Just take a look at what came in. Dang, it looks so good. Maybe it's almost time for IG Creators Round 2? Roll the intro. Finally, we are here at the planning stages of Lords of Hellas, and now we're going to continue it all the way through. I did start this video. If you want to see the full video, it's linked right up there. But obviously a ton of things have changed since then, and now that I know semi what I'm doing, it's time to get started on this Lords of Hellas video. Now let me tell you exactly what we're going to do here. I'm going to take you from step 0 to 1000 of how I edit my videos, how I edit, film, photograph, everything from the beginning to the end. And then I'm gonna ask for your creative decisions on Instagram, Reddit, YouTube, Board Game Geek. So in the end, we are building this giant cinematic sequence of Lords of Hellas together. It's gonna be so much fun. Now let me explain what this video entails in its entirety. Board game I'm shooting is called Lords of Hellas. Now this game is pretty much set in a futuristic Greek god setting where there's like epic battles and you're fighting monsters and you're praying to different gods, which will give you different powers, and it's epic. It's epic, it's cool, the theme is amazing, it's a huge game, it's a fun game, and that's why I want to take my time to just go through 10 episodes of this before we build one final cinematic video. Now for the reason why you're probably here. What's the plan and how can you actually participate? So here is what I'm visualizing as of right now. So if you can visualize with me, it'd be great because I can't draw. Actually, you know what? You want to see my sketch that I've done so far? It's pretty good. Here, let me show you. This is why I don't draw out anything. Okay, so the main story behind this cinematic sequence is we have one hero who is walking down a dark, dramatic hallway. Now, as he's walking down this dark hallway, he's remembering and having flashbacks of every single quest he's gone on for each and every different god that's involved in both expansions and in the base game. So as an example, he's walking down and then he has a flashback. So it's a nice transition over to the sea. Just like in the game where you're traveling to different regions and lands, he's like traveling to Poseidon, gets his blessing. Either way, he's traveling to the sea, finds Poseidon. So the sequence will switch off to the sea. It will show Poseidon, a bunch of components related to Poseidon, and then it flashes back to the hero walking down, and then all of a sudden you just see like a spear appear in his hand. And then as he's walking down the hallway, his armor and gear just keeps building depending on which flashback he's on. So the first one is Poseidon, maybe the next one is a flashback to the mountains for like Mount Olympus where he finds Zeus, where he gets Zeus's whip, and then maybe a third flashback to like a forge where he's building armor just like Hephaestus, is that how you say it properly? Hephaestus, who's like the god of like blacksmithing, and then for that one maybe like he'll get like another set of armor on him. But to clarify the rambling I just had, he's walking down the hallway, he's having different flashbacks, and for each flashback he's gaining one specific item or gear until he's finally fully equipped in the very end of the sequence. So I think it's super cool. The hard part about planning all these in general is that you really have to have a nice balance between the board game and the story. If you have too much story, then it's like, okay, well, what's the whole point of this if the game is not involved? Same thing as if you're just showing too much of a game. If you have too much of a game and not enough story, then people don't get as immersed in it, it's not as captivating, and it's not as thrilling to watch because you don't feel like you're following Frodo delivering the ring and pretty much like that. It's very hard to gauge the right balance between them, but hopefully this turns out perfectly. So it accents the game, but also keeps you entertained in the story itself. Okay, so finally, here's where you come in. So on YouTube, you guys get to choose the weapon. Will it be Poseidon's trident? Or will it be Zeus's whip? You choose. Which one would you like to see our hero have by the end of the cinematic sequence? Board Game Geek, you guys get to choose the cape for our hero. So will it be black for Hades or will it be red for Apollo? Team Reddit, should our hero have a shoulder guard from Athena or Athena's shield? You guys get to choose. And then on Instagram, where I have most of these polls, it'll be 24 hours from the time I upload this recording, but I'm gonna ask about Hades and where I should film him. Should our hero be taken to a dark cave or a mysterious forest in order to find our god of the underworld? So make sure you're following me on Instagram where I am most active, but I'll link all my social media platforms below. Thank you so much for participating on every single platform. I hope you guys are excited for this. I'll be posting updates for each episode in the Reddit threads, the Board Game Geek threads, and then of course for Instagram, YouTube, you guys will see pretty consistent content from here on out. If you have any other ideas or feedback, I would love to hear it. Just shoot me a comment down below, and yeah. I am stoked to see what you guys vote for and for what you guys want to see. But yeah, that was pre-planning. Next up, we are going to go straight into shooting. So I'm going to bring you along every step of the way. Episode 2, we're going to go live on set. I'm going to show you how I take pictures, how I do video, and then what you guys voted on. So see you guys later.